Namaste. Purnamaste. Purnamaste and welcome. Welcome with another deep hour with Pur. We'll go poetic, psychology, spiritual, deep on the bottom. Let us dive a little bit deep from many directions. You know the story of Catapillar. Catapillar crawls all painful on the ground, eats grass, cannot move, suffers. And then as Catapillar is dying, in its last breath, it's most painful. Very life is ending, everything is breaking apart. And as Catapillar dies, in terrible pain, in terrible explosion of pain, what happens? Out of that death of Catapillar, out of that pain, out of that suffering, out of that limitation, and then death of that limitation, it just crawls on the ground. Butterfly is born. Tastes freedom first time in his life. He gets wings, beautiful rainbow wings. No more eats the grass and the stuff. He crawls on the ground, very limited. Now drinks the nectar, a flower of life. But life of a caterpillar is awful, heavy, very limited, very slow, pinned on the ground. And as that life of a caterpillar is dying, afraid of its life. He thinks he is to die. Its cage is dying, cage is breaking apart. The old limitations, old self, you know. It has to die, caterpillar. The cage has to break apart in order to butterfly, to fly free from within. This story is quite illustrative of what many are going through in this time. They do not understand why it's so heavy. They may not understand why all drama and all situation and everything is addressing in most painful way, triggering you. Doesn't feel nice. Feels like you're exploding. It's that life of a caterpillar. It's limited, yes, but it's okay. Can crawl, it's okay. But the death of caterpillar is heavy. Caterpillar realizes that it has to explode. Realizes the pain and limitation when cage is breaking apart in pressure. It's the same as with us. If we want to break free, to fly like angels in the wings of our heart, the cage, our false self, false life, illusions, it's dying in explosions, in wars, in pain. Things are thrown at us. And we may ask why. Why is this now happening? What is this? Sometimes we do not even realize our caterpillar, our cage, our 3D self. And we justify it, we want to keep it. And on soul level, we have chosen to get free. So the situations present themselves and drama and everything so heavy from others, and our own pressure of our own illusions, our own patterns that are not in alignment, and we acting upon them, and it's backfiring. And drama with other people, relationships, people acting in a ways they did not ever in relationship. We want to keep the caterpillar, the old ways. We don't even realize these attachments, these conditions, this conditional love, these demands, expectations, controlling of others, allowing others to control us, not standing in our power and being sacrifice of others. All these things are the caterpillar. And as we want to get free on the soul level, we have chosen to get free. So the situations present itself that the pain of that conditional life of a caterpillar is experienced because sadly, not many listen warm advice of someone who realized it and went through it and is a master now. Sadly, most of us listen to experience of pain and suffering, actual experience of that, what we are teaching to avoid. Hey, I was also like this. Maybe not, okay, to some level, yes. But on some levels I went smoothly through, just listening and doing what I had to do. But I was stubborn, wanted to keep, and I got the experiences in relationships, much pain, suffering, drama. You all go through this. Life is a teacher, and death of a caterpillar is a teacher. When the pain and suffering of this matrix that we keep within ourselves, the caterpillar, is presented as a reflection to us. So I call it funeral of caterpillar. Maybe heavy, yes, but eventually everyone is to realize if they really have chosen freedom and ascension, becoming their best versions, ascending. Everyone is chosen to let go of that caterpillar. You know, everyone is to step in their power. Give no power away, take power of no one away, and fly. But experience is needed. And more you are close to your freedom, more and more you are into the death of a caterpillar. You know, it's natural. More and more you're getting close to birth of a butterfly that you are from within. In reality, more and more death of a caterpillar and dying of a caterpillar is obvious and experienced in reality in our lives. I know this. I went through this. It's natural because after the death of caterpillar, butterfly is born. So naturally, as our false self is dying and our false illusions and false life, we are so advanced, actually, you are so advanced that you are very close to breaking through and flying free. But you have to reject this. You have to accept the death of a caterpillar. You understand? That's why it gets the darkest before the morning. So it is. And when we finally break free on the wings of our heart, situations change because our energy changes, our vibration changes, and no one does these things. They maybe try, but they cannot do nothing because you are butterfly now. You fly on the wings of your heart. You no more walk in your mind on the ground, and you don't allow anymore karma and violations, conditional love, attachments, and these things, but only unconditional love, unconditional connection, and freedom and love between everyone. And as butterfly feels pulled down on the ground, he's to reject it and fly away. But in the process of a death of a caterpillar, on the last stages, which can last for years for somebody less, for somebody like this, somebody on the end already almost, then actual suffering and conditioning and cage of a caterpillar is experienced. So we can accept the death. Okay, let my false self die. Okay, let my illusions die. Let me start serving my heart, my purpose, not dying in this world, crawling. So everything what is not in alignment with butterfly presents, the butterfly angel that you are, presents itself as a pain of a caterpillar, struggle of caterpillar, limitation of caterpillar. You want to fly, you want to break free, you cannot. Naturally, just before butterfly is born, it's most painful and most limited and most pressure and most suffering. I know by my own experience that if you go through it, if you follow the process, if you stick by your decision to get free and to step in your power, keep that spiritual center within you. It is to be done, but everyone in their own time and pace. We all are different, unique. We all are on different levels of our ascension, of our awakening. Some are at home, some are close to home, some are a little bit far away more. But we all are guiding each other home. We all are walking each other home. Those of us who came home, sending you messages like this video, the direction towards the home, and the motivation, inspiration, confirmation that if you follow the process, if you trust yourself, if you let go, if you learn out of this death of the caterpillar, out of pain, and you reject it, it is to disappear. But as long as we are not sure and we are still in the doubts, and sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes we are in our power, sometimes not, sometimes we follow our hearts, sometimes others mislead us completely. Until then, this experiences, these situations present themselves, and when we are fixed in it, they disappear, and sometimes they appear for the re-evaluation, usually one time, and then you are over it, and you can easily go through it. So it's a process, death of a caterpillar. I call it first the skin breaks, the cage breaks, then revelation is that when you take off that clothes, no, I don't want that anymore. First stage, now I'm free. I know. And then you start living that freedom. And then from the environment again comes, and you are like, what? I went through this, it's over. And then you really easily, that time when revelation comes, revelation, just take off that caterpillar. I don't want it. It's already popped. It's already dead. Now I will fly free. So it's a process. And there's a beautiful poetry to explain it. With caterpillar and butterfly. Until caterpillar does not even know the pain and limitations of its cage, it doesn't want to die even. It doesn't know that it's not death. It's just waking up, rebirth from the state that was actually limited in darkness, almost close to death. 3D, complete, asleep, consciousness is just close to death. It's just a little bit above death, about non-existence. So we are actually not dying, and our life is not dying, and this situation is not heavy. We are actually, it's a death of a caterpillar, and it has to happen, you know. It has to happen. You cannot build, you cannot fly if you're keeping the cage on you. It means 3D life, 3D conception, 3D ways, attachments, conditions, and all this what is making this cocoon together of limitations, you know. You cannot. That's for sure. So it has to be addressed. And we don't listen. Then we listen to heavy experiences so we can let go. And I give you my word. In the end, more and more and more you let go, more and more freedom you taste in the wind and the flower and nectar and honey of flower and your wings and your light being, your light heart flying in the wind. More and more, always. You are to be at home. More and more you are to be in the air. And you are to realize that this caterpillar is just something that you never wanted. It's not even life. It's a death you mistaken for life, and that's why it had to die. And sometimes we are attached to caterpillar, but on the soul level, like I said, we chosen to get free. So even though if in our mind we want to keep these illusions and this karma and this control and all these things that hold the caterpillar together, we cannot do nothing, and we may think it's our will to keep this. But from our soul level, we have chosen to get free. So you are not listening to your false self, because deep within yourself, you know yourself. That's why sometimes we think we want to keep our illusions, we justify them, and we try to keep them, but everything is just breaking apart, and pain also. Because actually we do not want to keep them. It's our mind, our false self, our ego. It convinces us that we want in our so-called conscious state. But our real consciousness, our soul, our real self is doing this for our false self. Because you want to be you want to be you, beloved butterfly. You want to be yourself. You know, you want to be yourself. You know yourself from deep within. You are that eternal love, not that mind, that false caterpillar, the matrix. So you want to awaken in this body. And you want to shed the cocoon, the caterpillar down. You know, you're doing this to yourself from your real level, from there where you are truly alive, orchestrating everything what is happening, even if it's not pleasant. Caterpillar has to die, and butterfly is cooperating from within, tearing the caterpillar apart from within. Butterfly that you are, from within, tearing apart. Ain't that beautiful, huh? So, just wanted to give some understanding what is happening to some. Because deep within we want new, we want heaven, we want enlightenment, we want that reality of higher dimensional consciousness and living. But many times we do not realize that we actually are keeping and feeding the caterpillar. We want to keep the ways, the consciousness, the vibration, the mind of third dimension, of the caterpillar, of that what we actually want to get free and heal in this world. So we get reminded from our true self and orchestrated painful situations many times, so we can learn. And so it is. But everything is to be okay. If you cooperate, if you let go, if you learn out of situations, for sure, you are to break free. And one day, soon day now, you are to shed that caterpillar off. And you are to fly free in the wind of your heart, your mind empty and full of love from your heart. You love yourself. That's why you fly on the wings of your heart. That's enlightenment. No more depending on others, on the movement, what others think, what others say, what others judge, what others this and that, approve, glorify, condemn. If you're accepted, rejected, approved, disproved, and what you are, to fly in the air. No one else can make you fly in love that you are in the wind. No one else. If you hold on to others, you cannot fly. You know, caterpillar is always holding on to things. It can move. But butterfly must be free in the wind. Butterfly cannot hold on to nothing if it wants to fly. Only when it lands to the flower of life, the flower of life opens its petals. Her petals, her sweet petals, then the butterfly drinks. Otherwise, to fly, butterflies cannot hold on to nothing. But caterpillar must hold on to things, to trees, to this and that, to even move. But flying, we have to let go of that caterpillar, of the ground. And the ground presents itself as offer. So in the end, we learn. And regardless how stubborn we are, how long we need to learn, we say, okay, let this caterpillar die. I'm not that. I'm not my cage. I'm not my illusion. I'm not my limitation. I'm not this crawling, grass-eating thing. Cannot move. Moves in pain. I'm not that. And our false self can die. Caterpillar explode in ego. Butterfly can fly. Towards the morning sun and the flower of life. And drink on the nectar of love, the honey, the flower of life. To be free in the wind. That's why we have to let go. And more we are holding on, more it hurts, because caterpillar is dying our false self. We're holding on to what is killing us. It's keeping us in our false self, in the matrix, in caterpillar. Caterpillar is matrix. We let go, and it's up to us. More and more we are holding on and don't want to cooperate. Longer and longer this process of death is. Because without our free will in this world, even though we have given our free will on the soul level, but in this dimension, that's the paradox. In this dimension, our false self has to also give the permission, will to die. We have to surrender. So regardless if we had chosen and given will on soul level, we have to choose it here also, to let go. So it is. In this dimension, such is the rule here, in this dimension. You know, we have to choose by free will also in this dimension, not only for mother. And we choose, like I said, by the experience, the pain of caterpillar, you know. We can break free out of this death. We under us that cage, that matrix, caterpillar, we fly, 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 free. So as long we are holding on to things, we don't surrender to death so we can live. We don't surrender to the wind so we can fly. It's like die to live now. Live to love now. Now love to fly. Beloved butterfly. Why holding on to caterpillar? So we are going through same experiences, experience after experience, time after time, and still we want to hold on. Why? What is the purpose of going through this for years if we can make it very fast? We just cooperate. We just understand, oh, whatever is pain is caterpillar. Whatever hurts and does not feel pleasant and taking us down, I have to let go. We should realize this, and then working on letting go, changing now. Letting go of our illusions, our expectations, all this. Sometimes we just want to keep the caterpillar, and we can maintain that process of dying for years. I've seen this so many times. Just get disturbed. I know in 2016 with one brother working on his twin flame issue. Then I was disrespecting myself because I suffered in Messenger so much. I could not sleep because energy of others. I don't know, through Messenger. And then I was also writing and doing everything. I sleeping 3 hours and 4. I did not respect myself that time. But it did not help anything. I'm giving him my time, my this. And then after 1 year, he just pulls me in some chat with somebody else. That girl left him because she could not handle his shit, his crying and attachments and all this. And 1 year after, he just want to give me same situation with another girl. And I'm like, no, thank you. That time I'm standing in my power already. I want to. We can choose to learn, and we can kill the caterpillar very fast, or we can go through experiences and contractions time after time, always more difficult. And 1 year is long that we have to deal on one thing, you know, more. I cannot even imagine more than 1 year. We should cooperate. We should let that caterpillar, that false self, to die. You know, we are not listening to experiences even, to pain. Then what will we listen? What will teach us? Will we just go on in dying of caterpillar but never actually killing that illusion? Because we maintain it alive by holding on to that things that keep us dead. We're keeping our dead alive, the caterpillar, our cage. So it's up to us. How long? Nobody telling to no one what anyone should do, have to do. But I'm just simply telling what is the best. The best is whatever hurts, let go. Let the caterpillar pop and crack. You just surrender to the death of your illusions. The cage. Surrender. It's not easy, but if you cooperate, always let go. If you are not resisting, you are not holding on to death. Your death your false self, which is death actually, may die. And you may be born in this body, in your true self, flying in the wind of your own heart, on the wings of your own heart, and on the wind of your own heart, as a bird, golden bird, butterfly, whatever, phoenix, same, out of fire, phoenix, flies into the sun, burns, then out of ashes, born as eternal bird of fire. That fire is love. Have to surrender. Throw that old phoenix, that bird of third dimension, that limited bird. Throw it into the sun. And out of ashes of the false self, false bird, the eternal phoenix, you is born, just made out of that fire, made out of love within you. Huh? Many analogies for the very same thing. Die to live. Our old self has to die for new self to be born. Our illusionary life has to fall apart so we can start building new life. This world has to self-destruct in order heaven can be built. So it is. So it was that of a caterpillar on our individual being and in the world. We live in a caterpillar, in a matrix, but caterpillar is our mind, our false self, our ego self. The kingdom is within. We are within the kingdom. We are within the caterpillar. We are within the matrix in the world. We are butterfly. We are on new earth in fifth dimension and above. Kingdom is within, you know. Our heart can be caterpillar or butterfly. Our heart is where I am, where you are, where our true self is. One in so many, and in everyone unique and individual, but still one in me and you that I am, but still unique and different that I am you, and not because you are unique and different and individual, but still I am you, oneness. So our heart can be caterpillar, holds on to things, attached to things, control things, so it crawls and all this, limited. But our heart is a butterfly, kingdom is within. And as more and more this world is inhabited by butterflies that fly on the freedom and power of their heart, no more being a caterpillar holding on to things of this world, to move, more and more this world It's to change also from the kingdoms within to heaven and earth, the world of butterflies, flower field. Flowers of life are growing. Yes, we are the first ones. So who will cooperate first if not us? The way shows. Some of us are on this path longer and did it faster just so we can inspire others to get free also. It's beautiful. Remember that years having karma with people, relationships, and depending what others do, what others say, what others judge, messing with others' business, let others messing with my business. Such suffering. That's caterpillar life. Depending on others to feel love, to be approved, and all this, your truth and everything. Such suffering. It's like butterfly. When butterfly is butterfly, you don't want to be caterpillar anymore. I don't want that anymore. I don't want even traces of that. If reminders come, I turn around immediately and fly away. It's beautiful. It's realization that you were dead all your life. And now you're alive, free. You're one with source, one with God, one with flower of life and nectar, honey of love. You're free. And you want others to have that also. So until we are in caterpillar, we don't even realize that we don't want that actually. Some parts of us want it and like this, but we don't really realize what it means. State of no suffering, state of no confusion, state of no attachment, state of not caring what others think, do, say about you, approve you, disprove you, accept you. Yes, you feel these things, but not being dependent on these things, your own vibration, your own truth, complete freedom, and letting everybody be free as you are free, and being free of chains of this world, of caterpillar. It's so beautiful. Still mind and knowingness that everything is to be okay, regardless how it appears to the mind. When you are free, you're flying like a butterfly, you want others to fly. And it's beautiful to give direction and instructions. Let us take the flight, let us die to live. This death is anyway not living. We are just dead in a body. And as we caterpillars die, we become alive in a body. In your body. You fly. Beautiful. So, beloved butterfly, don't be afraid to die. Let that caterpillar die. Dare to be born in your body. It's actually not death of a caterpillar. It's actually birth, because death dies, falls self. This body becomes full of life, full of wind, flying. Darkness is replaced by light. Heaviness. With the death of caterpillar, everything, all the density just drops from the kingdom, and you are light as feather. You can fly. One with the wind of creation, the source, knowingness, being that I am, and full of nectar of life, flower of life, honey, sweet. Love yourself, the butterfly. So, have no fear to die, butterfly. You are not that caterpillar. You are to be born as a butterfly and fly in the wind. It's thinking, as our illusions, our false self, our ego, and all this is dying, is thinking everything is falling apart and dying. But as you are done, as that illusions die from you, drop down your first time alive in love, your own power. The first time taste the wind, the freedom of your heart, being one with source of creation, in love, and I am. You never go back. You can, but you won't go back, as you know where you've been and where you are. You can fly, why would you crawl? Be blessed, beloved butterflies. Let us be born beautiful rainbow butterflies in this morning. If somebody wants to support my multidimensional art, you are free so much to drop a coin or whatever you want in my PayPal donation box. Only free will of your heart. I'm so grateful, because then I can do this and give my love. What actually Source wants me to do, but more important, my heart wants to do. And I bless you all, to your illusions, the caterpillar, everyone, to be purged, to be destroyed, to die away from you, so you can be born in your true self, in your true purpose, and doing just that from your heart. Let all souls in this world be free. But we have to do the work. We should not hold on to death of caterpillar. We should let it die. Butterfly, you can fly. I love you, and be blessed with the freedom of the wind. May you fly. Remember, just before the butterfly is born, the death of a caterpillar is most terrible and painful. Just before. Just follow the process. Go through what you're going through. Don't stop. Move into the direction of your freedom. And it is done. Because on the other side, you are made new. And everything is made new within you. You are the power, so you can fly in the wind. Everything changes. Everything is made new. You are made new. But the old has to die. So stay strong and always fly in the direction of love. Always dare to break free. Dare to tear that caterpillar apart. Break free of those who want to take you down. Break free of everything that wants to keep you in that caterpillar. Move, cooperate, let go, and let love now and fly. It's not you who die. It's your illusions of your false self. You butterfly are just born to fly. Namaste. Namaste. Be blessed always as I am.